Thanks so much, Big Bro. The landlord said they'd evict me if I missed another rent payment. I was so scared when they put that final notice on my door yesterday. Oh, if you hadn't paid for me, I might have ended up homeless. You're always there for me when I need you the most. You're literally the best big brother in the whole world. What? What's this about, Molly? Did you borrow money from Tom again? I thought we had a family discussion about this last month. How many times has this happened now? Our household budget isn't unlimited, you know. Oops. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I accidentally sent this message to you instead of my brother. I meant to send it to Tom. My fingers must have slipped on the screen. What a convenient mistake. You seem to have a lot of these accidental messages lately, don't you? You're always so forgetful, aren't you? Well, since you've already spilled the beans, why don't you tell me everything? You fell behind on rent and Tom paid it for you? Again? It's nothing, really nothing at all. I'm not behind on rent, and I haven't asked my brother for anything. You must be misunderstanding something. See you later, Sarah. Don't you dare run away from this conversation, Molly. This isn't the first time you've accidentally revealed things. Remember last week when you accidentally sent me a screenshot of your shopping spree that Tom funded? I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you misread my message. I type so fast sometimes. Things come out wrong. I can read perfectly well. You know, this reminds me of last month when you accidentally sent me pictures of that designer bag Tom bought you, the one that cost more than our monthly grocery budget. And that was different. He wanted to get me a birthday present. Brothers can buy their sisters presents, can't they? Your birthday is in October. It was February. Early birthday present? You know, planning ahead and all that. Anyway, I'm super busy right now. Gotta run to a very important meeting. If Molly won't talk, I'll have to ask you directly, Tom. So you gave Molly money again, and this time you even paid her overdue rent after we specifically agreed not to enable her behavior anymore?
What? How do you know about that? That was supposed to be a secret between me and Molly. She promised she wouldn't tell anyone.
Molly accidentally sent me the thank you message that was meant for you. She then went silent without explaining, making up excuses about typos and meetings. That's why I'm asking you directly.
Well, you see...
You promised me recently that we wouldn't give any more financial help to Molly from our household budget. We shook hands on it, so what is this about?
But I couldn't just abandon my sister when she was in trouble. You should have seen her, Sarah. She was crying on the phone saying she'd be homeless. She was 3 months behind on rent, and they were threatening to evict her. What kind of brother would I be if I didn't help?
The kind who keeps his promises to his wife. The kind who prioritizes his own family's well-being. How much was it this time?
Just, you know, not that much. Just $2,400.
What? That is more than our monthly mortgage payment. Are you out of your mind?
But she really needed help. If you could have seen how upset she was sobbing on the phone, saying she had nowhere to go. She even mentioned having to sleep in her car.
Why is she behind on rent in the first place? Didn't she just get a new job at that marketing firm? The one you pulled strings with your college friend to get her?
Well, she quit again. But it wasn't her fault this time.
What? That's the 5th time this year, and we're only in March.
Well, she had another conflict with her coworkers. You see, she wanted to be in product development, but they put her in HR. They wouldn't transfer her no matter how much she asked. She said the HR manager was totally unfair about it.
Well, of course they wouldn't transfer a new hire to a popular department right away, especially since Molly has basically been a NEET until recently and has never held a job for more than 2 months. She has zero relevant experience.
Don't call her a NEET. That sounds so harsh. She's been finding herself. You know, exploring her options. Figuring out her path in life.
Finding herself for the past 3 years since graduating while living off your handouts? That's not finding yourself. That's avoiding responsibility.
It's not easy figuring out what you want to do in life. Not everyone can be like you, knowing their career path from day one.
And apparently it's not easy keeping a job either. What happened at the coffee shop last month? The one where you were so excited about it because it would teach her responsibility?
That wasn't her fault. Her manager was totally unreasonable. They kept changing her schedule without proper notice.
You mean when they asked her to work weekends like everyone else in the service industry has to do?
She needs her weekends for self-care. You know how sensitive she is. She gets anxious if she can't have her regular yoga and meditation sessions.
And the boutique job before that, the one she begged you to help her get because fashion was her true calling.
The customers were mean to her. They kept making unreasonable demands.
Because she was on her phone instead of helping them. I saw the Yelp reviews.
She was having an anxiety attack and needed to text me. She gets overwhelmed sometimes in social situations.
She was posting selfies on Instagram. I saw them. Hashtag working girl life with her posing in the store mirror while customers waited.
She wants to keep a job long term, but she always ends up having conflicts with people at work. Some people just aren't cut out for customer service. It can't be helped.
She's the one causing these conflicts. She skips work when she doesn't like the assignments and has frequent unauthorized absences, shows up late because she needs her beauty sleep, and then gets fired and can't pay her rent. Why should our family have to deal with her problems?
Molly's just more sensitive than most people. She needs extra understanding and support. At least we as family should understand her.
You are always defending her and spoiling her. If you want to keep giving her money, use your own personal allowance. Stop dipping into our family savings.
What? Why are you being so strict about this?
I checked our bank statement. You've been withdrawing money without telling me. If you want to play the hero for your precious sister, do it with your own money. And you're definitely paying back what you took from our joint account.
But my allowance isn't enough. She needs more help than that.
That's the point. Maybe if you couldn't afford to keep bailing her out, she'd actually have to grow up and face reality.
You're being too harsh. She's trying her best. She really is.
Is she? Remember when she said she was trying her best at that office job? The one your friend's company created specifically for her?
Yes! She worked so hard there. She was really giving it her all.
She worked there for 3 days, Tom. 3. And you know why I remember that number so clearly? Because you made me cook her special congratulations on the new job dinners for all 3 of those days.
Their environment was toxic. They expected too much from her.
They asked her to come in at 9 a.m. like everyone else instead of 11 a.m. like she wanted. That's not toxic. That's normal. The world doesn't revolve around Molly's preferred schedule. Just pay back the money you took from our joint account, okay? Hey, Sarah, just letting you know I stopped by your house earlier. Can't believe you weren't home to welcome me. What? We took back your spare key after the last incident with my missing jewelry. How did you get in? Tom lent me his key. Isn't he just the sweetest big brother ever? He did what? After everything we discussed? Oh, and I'm taking that expensive Wagyu steak from your fridge. The marbling looks amazing. It's my boyfriend's birthday and I don't have money for a nice dinner, so this really helps. I can't wait to cook it for him. You're joking. Breaking into our house and stealing our food, that is literally a crime. Do you understand that? Don't be so dramatic. We're family, so it's fine. I'm even being nice enough to tell you about it. Most people wouldn't even do that. Telling me about it after the fact doesn't make it okay. Put everything back right now. Well, I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, and I spotted this gorgeous cake in the back of the fridge. It looks super fancy. Put that cake back right now. Don't you dare touch it. Why? It looks super fancy. My boyfriend will love it. He has such a sweet tooth. That cake is not for you or your boyfriend. Put it back immediately. Sharing is caring, and Tom always said family should share. That's what makes us family. That custom-made cake cost $85. It's not meant for you. Wow, that expensive? Oh, even better that I'm taking it then. I could never afford something like that on my own. You're so lucky to be able to buy such fancy things. Molly! Already out the door. Thanks for the food. You're the best sister-in-law ever. This is the last straw. You've ruined everything. That steak and cake were for Lucy's birthday. We've been planning this for weeks.
What? What's going on? Did someone break into our house? Are you okay?
Yes, a thief named Molly, your precious sister, struck again.
What?
Apparently you gave her your key. She broke in while we were out and stole the Wagyu steak and the custom birthday cake from our fridge.
I'll buy everything again on my way home from work. The steak was for a special dinner, right? And Lucy likes vanilla cake, doesn't she? We can fix this.
Lucy's currently obsessed with chocolate cake, specifically triple chocolate with rainbow sprinkles, and I ordered a special custom cake with her favorite cartoon character, the one she's been talking about non-stop for months. You can't just pick that up on your way home. She was so excited about that cake.
Maybe we could call the bakery and rush to order another one? I'm sure they can make an exception.
They need 3 days notice for custom designs. You know that because I told you when I ordered it 2 weeks ago. I showed you the design. You even helped pick the colors.
Well, let's make it up another time. We'll have a fancy dinner today with whatever cake we can get. And we can have another birthday party next week with the custom cake. Lucy would probably love having 2 parties.
That's not the point. Do you even understand what Molly did?
She just borrowed some food. We can replace it.
Borrowed? How exactly does one borrow food they've already eaten? Do you hear yourself?
Well, I mean...
And how many times has this happened now? Last month it was my new dress for Lucy's school ceremony, the one I specifically ordered for the mother-daughter photo we had planned.
Molly needed something nice for a job interview. She said it was her dream job.
Which she never showed up to, and the month before that she borrowed my laptop.
Her computer was broken. She needed it for job applications.
And where's my laptop now? The one with all my work files.
She said she'd return it soon. She's just been busy.
It has been 2 months. I had to buy a new one to meet my deadlines.
Hell, ask her about it.
I've had enough. If you're going to keep letting this slide, I want a divorce.
What? No! That's going too far!
Just get it through your head. What you're doing to Molly isn't just spoiling her. You are causing harm to everyone around you, and worst of all, you're ruining Molly's life.
Huh? How am I ruining her life? I'm helping her.
I could overlook a mild sister complex. I have a beloved sister too, and I understand wanting to help when she needs it. But you two have gone way too far. It is not normal to trample over your family just to spoil her.
Trampling? That's not... I would never...
Yes, you are. You just sacrificed your daughter's birthday to prioritize Molly. Your precious sister matters more than your own daughter, doesn't she?
That's not true. Look, I'll rush out and buy meat and order a cake. But can't she be just a little patient?
A little patient, huh? Well, imagine when Lucy grows up and gets married. If her husband was causing her trouble, would you tell her to just be a little patient?
That's...
Well, what if her husband kept saying, "My sister's just so cute, I can't help it," while spending their money without permission, making Lucy take care of his dependent relatives, and not even celebrating her birthday? Would you still tell her to be patient?
That's different.
Remember last Christmas, when Molly showed up unannounced and ate all of Lucy's chocolate advent calendar? The one Lucy had been so careful with, only opening one door each day?
She was having a bad day. Her boyfriend had just broken up with her.
Lucy cried for hours. She kept asking what she did wrong for Aunt Molly to take her calendar. And what about Lucy's first day of school, when Molly borrowed money for emergency rent last month and we couldn't buy Lucy the backpack she wanted?
We got it the next week. She understood.
She had to use a paper bag for her first day of school, Tom. A paper bag, while all the other kids had their new backpacks with their favorite characters.
I didn't realize. I didn't think.
No, you never realize, because you're too busy realizing everything Molly wants.
I just wanted to help her. I thought I was being a good brother.
Love isn't just about giving someone whatever they want. Sometimes love means saying no. But if you can't understand that, then we are done.
Wait, please. I don't want a divorce. This doesn't have to go that far. We can work this out.
I've told you many times that I don't want to help Molly anymore. Why should I listen to your "I don't want" when you never listen to mine?
Well, that's...
Remember when Molly needed emergency money for her cat's vet bills?
The cat was sick. It needed surgery.
The cat doesn't exist. She spent it on concert tickets.
She what?
I saw her Instagram posts from the concert.
I had no idea. She lied to me?
Of course you didn't. You never check because you don't want to know. It's easier to just believe everything she says.
Sarah, I
don't want our daughter to end up like Molly. And I don't want her to end up like me either, married to someone who always puts his sister first. Tom, this is your last chance. Think carefully about what should matter most to you. Hey, I heard you're going to Disney World for a family trip. That's so exciting. Yes, since you ruined Lucy's birthday, we're going on a family trip to make it up to her. 3 days at Disney World, just the three of us. Oh, is that so? Well then, I'll take responsibility and come along. I'll help make it up to Lucy. What? I'll come and help make the family trip more fun. Plus, I've been wanting to go to Disney World. I've never been. I'm about to lose it with anger. Aw, Sarah, you're scary when you're angry. But trips are always more fun with more people, so it's okay if I come along, right? We can make so many memories together. Well, you have a point. Lucy is still young and might need sudden bathroom breaks. Someone could hold our place in line for popular rides. Having an extra person could be useful. Leave that to me. I'm great at waiting in lines. So I can come on the Disney trip, right? We're family, so of course I can join family trips. And I'm unemployed, so I have plenty of free time. Perfect timing. Fine, but non-family members pay their own way. What? What do you mean by that? You can come on the family trip, but for me, family means just my husband and daughter. You'll need to pay for your own train tickets, hotel room, and admission fees. What? Why are you being so stingy? We're family, so you should at least cover that much. I'm unemployed and have no money. How can you be so cruel? Then maybe you should quietly stay at home. I won't be paying for your trip expenses. Period. Whatever, you're so stubborn, but that's fine. I'll just ask my sweet big brother. I'm sure he'll cover everything for me. He always does.
Sorry, but your sweet big brother isn't here anymore. Molly, I won't be helping you financially. Not with Disney World, not with rent, not with anything.
Huh? Big brother? Is that really you? You can't really mean that.
Sarah's right. Pay for your own travel expenses. If you can't, then give up on coming. It's that simple.
Is that really you, Tom? Is Sarah pretending to be you? Oh, she must be. You'd never talk to me like this.
No, this is me. I've just finally opened my eyes. I've been enabling your behavior for far too long.
No, that can't be right. My big brother would never say something like that. My big brother would definitely pay for my trip. He always takes care of me, right?
I told you, your sweet big brother is gone. No matter how much money trouble you get into, Molly, I won't help you anymore. I realize now that my help has been hurting you all along.
You're just joking. This must be some kind of test. Remember when I was little and you promised you'd always take care of me? You said you'd protect me forever.
That was before I realized I was hurting you by helping you. Before I understood that protection sometimes means letting someone face consequences.
Hurting me? You've never hurt me. You're the only one who understands me. Everyone else is so mean and demanding.
No, I'm the one who's been preventing you from growing up. I've been keeping you dependent on me, and that stops now.
What is wrong with you, Tom? Why are you suddenly saying these horrible things? Did that witch Sarah brainwash you? She's always been jealous of our close relationship.
Don't you dare call my wife names. I finally realized something important. Before spoiling my cute little sister, I should be helping her become independent. That's what a real brother would do.
What? I am independent. I make my own decisions.
When was the last time you paid your own rent? Or bought your own groceries? Or even did your own laundry?
That's different. Times are hard right now. The economy is terrible.
You're truly my precious little sister, Molly. Being 7 years younger made me want to protect you even more. That's why I've given in to your selfish requests so many times. But, do you know how much money I've given you over the years?
Well...
If you're my sister, if you're really grateful to me, you should know the exact amount.
Well, maybe about 4,000? You helped me a lot with rent recently, and there were a few shopping trips.
38,000.
What? Oh, that can't be right. That's impossible.
I'm not stupid enough to just keep lending without keeping track. I've noted down every penny in a spreadsheet, every rent payment, every emergency, every shopping spree. But you don't remember any of it, do you? That means you took it all for granted, without any gratitude. What was the point of me helping you all this time?
Oh no, that was just a joke earlier. Of course I remember, and I was planning to pay it back. I definitely remember how much I borrowed. Every single dollar.
That's great then. Would you mind signing a repayment agreement? I've already drawn up the paperwork.
A repayment agreement? Like, with actual lawyers and stuff?
The spoiling period is over. You haven't repaid a single cent yet, but I'd like to start collecting. We can set up a reasonable payment plan.
Wait a minute. Of course I plan to pay back the money I borrowed, but why do we need an agreement? We're family. We don't need something so formal and cold, big brother. Don't you trust me?
It's because I trust you that I want you to sign. My dear sister wouldn't run away from repaying, right? I believe that, so I won't put any unreasonable repayment terms.
No, that's not what I meant.
Let's start at $5,000 per year. You can manage that much, right? It's less than what you spend on clothes and makeup.
$5,000 a year? That's impossible. I can barely afford to eat.
Why impossible? That's only about $420 per month. Less than your designer bag budget. I've seen your shopping post.
Those bags were gifts from you. You can't count those.
Exactly. Gifts that should have been rent money. Money you should have been saving.
You're being so mean. This isn't like you at all.
So can you afford your portion of the trip expenses? It's just your share. Train ticket, park admission, and hotel room.
Maybe I should skip the trip and start repaying early? Come to think of it, I'm starting a new job soon, so I'll be busy. Yeah, that's it. Too busy for Disney.
You found a new job? That's great. Work hard for your repayments.
This is all your fault. You changed my brother. Turn him back to how he was. He was perfect before you got your claws into him. I'm just happy my husband finally came to his senses. Thanks for quietly signing the repayment agreement, by the way. I can't believe Tom drew up the paperwork right away. Now we can enjoy our 3-day family trip without worry. This is the worst. I wanted to go to Disney World too. It's not fair that only you get to go. We can go together another time after you've paid back all the money you owe our family. Maybe in about 8 years at your current payment schedule. I'll get it. I'll pay the stupid money back. I'll pay you everything as soon as I can. Just watch me. Oh, do you have some way to pay? If I don't have money, I'll make some. I'll just sell your stuff to get it. That'll teach you to be so mean to me. What? Super lucky that you'll be gone for 3 days, and I have a copy of Tom's key. I'll spend these 3 days selling anything valuable. This is what you get for turning my brother against me. What are you planning to do? Just trying to pay back what I borrowed. Oh, I just found a safe in your room. There must be something valuable in here. Maybe some jewelry I can pawn. You're already in our house and the safe. No, absolutely not. Please, don't touch that. It's not what you think. Oh, this safe looks like I could break it open pretty easily. I wonder what's inside. Oh, you're panicking so much. Maybe there are real jewels. Sarah, I didn't know you had such nice things. Maybe I'll find enough to pay off my whole debt at once. Please stop, Molly. That's not my safe. You don't understand what you're doing. Time to smash this safe open. Good thing I found that hammer in the garage. You're kidding. You actually broke it. Oh, please tell me you didn't. That was surprisingly easy. The lock just snapped right off. Wait, what? There's nothing valuable in here at all. Just some stupid paper stuff and kitty drawings. What a waste of time.
How dare you, you idiot sister? I'll never forgive you. You're no longer my sister or family. When we get back, I'm reporting you to the police, you thief. And don't you dare touch anything else in that box.
Huh? Are you really my big brother? Why are you yelling?
Don't you dare call me big brother anymore, you thief. I don't have a sister anymore. You're nothing but a nasty thieving witch. The same kind of person I've always warned Lucy about.
What? Why are you saying such horrible things to me? I was just trying to pay back the money that I borrowed from you. Who cares if your stingy wife's safe got broken? It's just a cheap safe anyway.
Shut up! That wasn't Sarah's safe. It was Lucy's treasure box. It was our daughter's special box. The one thing she asked for on her birthday.
What? This is just a kid's toy? All this fuss over some kid stuff.
It was her birthday present. She said, Daddy, I want my own special box to keep my treasures in, like a real princess. She's been collecting her precious memories in there all year. It had originals she made with her friends. A gold medal from preschool, the first tooth she lost, the bracelet her best friend made her. All of Lucy's precious things were in there.
I'm sorry, Big Brother. I thought it was Sarah's. I had no idea it was Lucy's. I'll buy her a new box, a prettier one.
I told you not to call me Big Brother anymore. Makes me sick to hear it from you. You've crossed a line that can't be uncrossed.
Sick? That's too mean. I'll replace the toy box right away. Which store sells it? I'll get the fanciest one they have.
That's not the point. Lucy's crying next to me. That's the problem. She's sobbing so hard she can barely breathe. What are you going to do about that? How are you going to replace her memories?
Well...
If you only cause trouble for me, that would be one thing. I'm your real brother, and I'm responsible for spoiling you. But I won't forgive you for hurting Lucy. I've called the police. Don't move until they arrive.
What? The police? Wait, you're joking, right? You wouldn't really turn me into the police, would you, big brother? This is just another test.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Stop calling me big brother. That relationship ended the moment you broke into my house and destroyed my daughter's treasures.
What? No, you can't mean that.
You clearly don't understand what I'm saying or what you've done. I'll let the police explain everything to you when you see them. Breaking and entering, destruction of property, theft? I'm sure they'll have plenty to discuss with you.
Well, wait, Tom, please don't do that.
You'll be sorry when I get back from this family trip, Molly. You may be family, but I'm not going to let this slide. I'm going to teach you just how wrong it was of you to make my little girl cry.
Molly was taken into custody right there in our house, still holding pieces of Lucy's broken treasure box. After our trip, we filed formal charges. The police detective actually suggested that we handle it within the family since we're relatives, but Tom firmly stated that she wasn't family anymore. The look in his eyes when he said it, I'd never seen him so serious. They seemed to understand the situation perfectly, especially after seeing the little treasures Molly had destroyed, and she was soon arrested. While she's unlikely to serve jail time as a first-time offender, she's been throwing constant tantrums at the police station, alternating between saying she can't live if her brother hates her and begging to be put in jail rather than face having to repay her debts. The officers seem quite tired of her dramatics. The silver lining in all of this is Lucy. She stopped crying almost as soon as we got to Disney World, especially after Tom promised to help her make an even better treasure box when we got home. It's wonderful to finally see him putting his daughter first. She had the time of her life at Disney World, taking pictures with every princess she met and collecting new memories to fill her future treasure box. As for Molly's debts, Tom has hired a lawyer to handle the repayment schedule. He says it's better this way. No more family emotions involved, just business. I'm proud of how far he's come, even though it took such a dramatic event to open his eyes. Sometimes the hardest lessons are the most important ones.